What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Draymond, and welcome to Thorium Gaming. Now, just before we get into everything today, I do want to shout out to all the Canadians out there. Happy Turkey Hangover Day. For the Americans in the audience, we had our Thanksgiving 2 days ago as of today, when this is released. But for the rest of you, just remember, Americans, the state you view your Canadian neighbors to the north in right now, it's going to be you in a little bit. And I swear that my brother is a diabolical, evil genius who decided to learn how to cook and do everything so that he could put the rest of us into a turkey coma for days and rule the family. At least that's what I'm going with. So good, though. Anyway, so on our last episode in here, we met up with Nick Valentine, got him to help us investigate Kellogg's house. We got our faithful hound Dogmeat, and we followed Dogmeat all the way up to Fort Hagen. On the way, we got ambushed by a lot of super mutants, some feral ghouls. There was a lot of shooting. It was a little chaotic, but so much fun. And at the end of the episode, and there's Nick in the background there, our synthetic detective, awesome guy, we ended up going through the medical center that is directly behind me. It's a blood bank. Again, if you're looking for blood packs on survival, or if you want them for a non-survival playthrough, near Fort Hagen, go into there and you will find a lot of blood packs to help you out. Now, just before we get started here, I'm going to go over and give Nick some of our excess scrap and everything so that we don't have to carry around as much. And then we are going to try and find our way into Fort Hagen. This is where Dogmeat led us to find our son. I know there's probably better ways to do this, but I'm lazy and I am still suffering immensely from turkey hangover, and oh my god, it was so much food. So much food. Alright, so we have to find our way into Fort Hagen now. It's still dark out, so we'll toss on our flashlight. If you're not aware of how to do that, which you should be by now, but you just hold down tab on the computer or your Pip-Boy button, excuse me Nick, and it will turn your flashlight on. It does help. However, if you are sneaking, make sure to turn it back off because it tends to give you away. Bright light in the darkness, all that sort of stuff. So we have to find our way into Fort Hagen. Now I know there's a parking structure over here that we passed a couple of times, so we're going to go in there and see if we can find anything. I don't remember if this is our shotgun or our combat rifle. They look fairly similar. Both are good weapons, though. So Dogmeat is headed home, and we are going to start investigating this place. Yeah, it looks like there's some people who were here before us. Grab the mentats and all the other goodies to help us out. The confrontation with this man Kellogg could end up being pretty intense. Nice little drop glitch there for those scissors. So we might have to end up going down a medication route to help us get through the fight. Any mercenary that has that kind of reputation is obviously not going to be very good to us. Piece of one of the turrets that we killed last time when we first showed up at the fort. Another piece of it there. Came off the roof at that little spot there. Kind of surprised us when we came in. 3 turrets, and we brought out our sniper rifle to take care of them. Wandering around, making sure we can find everything. Now, I've been through Fort Hagen a couple of times in other playthroughs, and it's never been nice to me. So, before we head in, I'm just going to make sure that all of our weapons are ready to go. We are using our tactical combat shotgun right now. We do have a combat rifle now, though. So we're just going to go ahead and set that to one of our favorites. We should have a little bit of ammo for it, but not a whole lot. It uses 45, and we gave most of that to Nick for his incendiary submachine gun. Kind of lost my train of thought there for a second. And we have no idea what we're really supposed to expect in here, so we're going to try and go nice and slow. Ooh, we've already got people that are looking for us. So we're going to go very carefully and try to remain as inconspicuous as possible. But of course my addiction to all forms of loot is preventing me from walking by this tool chest without actually opening it. And hopefully, within the next little bit here, I will have enough scrap and everything saved up to do our settlement videos that one of the subs has requested. Be fun to show you guys how I build things and all that, but again, I'm no expert, and I don't use any of the mods that help you out, like the build anywhere or place anywhere mods.
Nice.
Alright, so we're just going to activate this Protectron to help us out. I would rather not have to do this the hard way. We do have some enemies showing up on our radar right now, so we gotta be careful. Alright, so we've got some synths running around, and they've got Institute rifles. Ooh, and our radar is just lighting up. Ooh. And one of them apparently has an automatic Institute weapon, which could be fun. And of course I hit the wrong button, like I always do. Ooh, there is a lot of them. Being pinned down. They're dropping fusion cells, so we can bring out our trusty laser musket. That'll help us out a bit. There are a lot of them out there, jeez. Of course, Nick is taking names. It's an automatic Institute pistol. Alright, Protectron, why aren't you actually getting in this and helping us out a little bit more? Get him, Nick. There you go, buddy. Companions so willing to throw themselves into harm's way just so that we don't have to poke our head around a corner and get it shot off. Yeah, when did you... Oh, I guess you must have picked up an Institute rifle because you ran out of 45 ammo. Which is okay because we have a combat rifle now. We're going to start hogging all of the 45 ammo for ourselves.
What's that?
And at this particular moment, I don't think it really matters what weapon you're using, so we're pretty good on that. Let's try and jump through this cluttered mess and get over to where these synths were. There still are more of them running around on this floor. It's wise to be careful. So now the Protectron is actually engaged with us. We activated him to help us, and now he's an enemy. He went all Darth Vader on us. You were the chosen one! The bot that would bring balance back to the Commonwealth. And no, the influx of turkey into my system has not made my jokes any better. And we just deactivated a tension trigger on this by complete fluke. But you know what? I am okay with being lucky rather than good. Military grade circuit board. That never hurts. Again, military grade stuff is something you always want to pick up. Nick, where are you looking? So far, coming into Fort Hagen has been a little intense. So we're going to try and be as careful as physically possible. We don't want to take too much damage while we're going through here. We're not wearing the best armor yet. There's one less turret, and Nick apparently wanted to get right up close with the guy. Thing. Machine. That's the problem with synths. Where do you draw the line? Now, personally, I'm kind of split on the issue. We're pretty much going for a Minuteman playthrough, so synths are just mechanical people to us in this. Trying to be the good guys and all that sort of stuff. But it really does bring up the question. I mean, when we get down to it, eventually we are going to create artificial intelligence ourselves. I believe, personally, that when we do, to avoid all the Terminator situations and everything, we have to treat them as we would treat any other person. Otherwise, we'll have Rise of the Machines, and it'll all be evil and bad and deadly. I would rather not have machine overlords ruling over me. Unless I'm a cyborg by that point, which is possible? Maybe? But I believe that eventually we will have fully sentient AI, and we should treat them with the same rights and freedoms that everybody who is sentient enjoys. But that's just me. Feel free to comment down below whether or not you agree with that, or whether you're completely opposed to the idea. There's a landmine. We cannot break the code.
Something for you?
But Nick...
Had no expense.
Think you can unlock that terminal?
Oops.
Plan.
Go ahead, Nick. Unlock that terminal for us. Fire at it, buddy. There's a steamer trunk here with some 50 cal rounds, a couple of fragmentation grenades. We don't really want to pick up that pipe sniper rifle. We're trying to get away from the pipe weapons.
Open for business.
Awesome, Nick. Well done. So now we're going to go in and see what you unlocked for us. It won't hurt to open the security door. Let's see if we can deactivate those turrets and make this a little bit easier. And in future, guys, I will be trying a different way of recording both video and sound to try and cut down on all the key clicks that you can hear from my Razer Widow. I love the keyboard, it's just pretty loud, so there is that.
That's it.
Alright, so some more ammo. It doesn't really hurt. It's 50 cal and 10 mil, so we aren't really going to be using it that much. Apparently we've been spotted by something else. How did you get through the wall, Nick? Jeebus! Nick is teleporting. Between him and Preston, we don't even need to infiltrate anywhere. We just say, hey, there's a wall, go through it. Alright, so that was one of the chain doors that we dealt with earlier. So I'm gonna guess that we have to go upstairs now. We've been through this little section before. There's a machine gun turret. Nice little sneak attack for some extra damage. I don't like the lack of cover that's out here, especially if we're going to get engaged by multiple hostile people. That looks like another turret right there.
Something out.
Oh, move, Nick! Move, Nick! That was one of the creepiest synth faces I've seen to date. Alright, Nick, duck back. We've been picking up a lot of energy weapon ammo, so I guess we can still use our laser musket for now. It does fit in with the theme that we're going for, since the Minutemen are fond of this particular type of weapon.
Not that it's an option.
And when you do get to it later on, you get the better chambers and stuff for this. It is actually fairly decent. I mean, it's not the greatest energy weapon in the game by any means. The Institute weapons we've just picked up that we're going to scrap later on are better. That said, for a starting weapon, it's a nice rifle. Its reload mechanic is a little different, but it does fit with the Minuteman feel. But it's kind of like the best of a bad situation. It's kind of like the pipe rifles that we had earlier on. No, they did not do a whole lot of damage. They didn't really do what we needed them to do, but they were better than the pipe pistols and other random garbage we were finding. So at least until we get to a point where we can upgrade this particular rifle, it'll be our stock energy weapon. Leads back out to the Commonwealth. Must be another way into Fort Hagen that we didn't use. I apologize if I'm a little bit slower today, guys. Again, the turkey drug is still in my system, and I ate way too much. Way too bloody much. It was incredible, though. First time that that particular brother and sister have hosted Thanksgiving, and they did an amazing job. Alright, so it looks like we've scanned out the entirety of this floor. There must have been something further down that we missed. Fort Hagen is incredibly confusing. I'm lost. Yeah, not really. But kinda. But not really. But kinda. Because, you know, us pro gamers, we never, ever, ever get lost or turned around or confused. Ever. Right, guys? Why are you looking at me like that? So we're gonna hop in this elevator. This is gonna take us down to where we need to go, or at least closer to. Let's drop back down, make sure we're hidden. Now, it doesn't actually know where we are, but one of the big improvements to the series is that when they are looking for someone, they will fire in the direction that they saw the shots come from. There's the Tesla trap that we didn't see, but because we got the synth to walk down and activate it, we can just wait for it to fizzle out, and we're good. So there's... Oh, this is where we initially came in. We went up those stairs and around. You know what, Nick? That is a good idea. We just picked up a bunch of Institute weapons. And when we get down to breaking them down, it will be incredibly useful to have all of the extra stuff that we can get from them. Well, that's apparently all you can carry, Nick, so we're going to be good with that. We'll try to get out of here without overwhelming our carrying capacity too much. That would apparently be a synth who had seen us, but hadn't decided to come after us? Who wants to run away? Should probably give Nick some better ammunition so that he can pull out one of the good guns that he has on him. But I'm actually okay leaving him as is right now. All your ammo are belong to us. Zero Wing reference for those of you who actually got it. Incredibly old, incredibly good game. One of the first voiceover works in gaming. Now, if you guys are wondering why I'm grabbing desk fans whenever I see them, despite their weight and everything, they do have screws in them. And screws are one of the early game things that is required. Yeah, I can talk real good, like, English are good. Ooh, we just set off a trap, because I'm not paying attention. Anyway, screws! They are one of the earlier game items that you use to create mods and different gear for your weapons. So it's good to grab them. Same with typewriters. And those are pulse grenades. Pulse grenades, especially since we're going to be going with the Minutemen, are going to become incredibly useful when we start facing power-armored enemies. I know I am overweighted right now, so we're just going to go in and drop whatever we can. I think we have some extra stuff in here we don't need. Alright, so we're just going to check out all these things. Make sure our musket is ready to go. Nice shot, Nick. I don't see a trap on this one. Tesla traps can be very, very brutal. And Kellogg was mocking us just before we came down here. Kind of cut him off because the guy took our kid. And there's only one solution to that problem. He's going to tell us where our boy is, and then we're going to put either a laser or a bullet through his head. Come get some. That's one synth down. There's another one shooting at us. I really need to get a better sight for this laser musket, though. Don't get me wrong, stock sights are pretty good for most of the weapons in this game. I just do not like the bracketed one for the laser musket. It's a synth Strider. Slightly stronger than the other synths that we fought. Apparently, tougher, too. We don't really need a shock baton, so it looks like we gotta go down there eventually. Not gonna bother picking up that pistol. Especially since it's an automatic. I mean, we've already got a ton of stuff. Now, we can't get through this door, so I guess we have to go the long way around.
Look, you're pissed off, I get it, I do. But whatever you hope to accomplish in here, it's not gonna go your way.
Starting to pick up some plasma cartridges. Might mean we get a plasma rifle later on. Or a plasma pistol at the very least. We can't unlock that, and it's expert, so even Nick can't unlock that. Some Abraxo cleaner and stuff. Nothing that we really need. Let's keep pushing on. I'm just gonna stab myself with a stim pack. Make sure I'm full health. Love to take that aluminum canister, but we are very, very tight on carry weight. And just remember, guys, you can use the cover mechanic. It's not exactly great, but if you go up to a wall where your gun tilts to the side like that, it means you can look around that corner and save yourself a little bit of pain. Instead of standing out in the open and, you know, potentially getting shot a bunch of times. Let's just jump in and hit ourselves with a couple of aid items. Alright, so let's see what's in here. Oh, this is one of the bathrooms for Fort Hagen, apparently. Now, blast radius board games are worth picking up because they do give you some nuclear material. And soap will give you some antiseptic, which is never a bad thing to have around. I heard something lining up to shoot us. I don't see nothing, so could it be down here? Make sure we grab the fusion cells since we're using our laser musket. There it is. One quick shot and it's down. Now here's another fusion core for us. Something else was shooting at us. Don't know particularly what. Oh, right above our heads was a turret, and we didn't even see it. And Nick just took care of it for us. Let's go up and make sure there's no military-grade stuff on it. And biometric scanner and enhanced targeting cards are good. So we're just going to keep going down here. Now, if I do remember correctly, there is a bobblehead in here somewhere. I think it is in that kitchen. You know, it's not exactly taking on the whole, I'm exploring this for the first time role, but today I'm all over the place, so a little bit of slack. We just gotta be careful with what we're doing. Starting to get a little bit overloaded. Nick can't carry anymore. Medical room. Ooh, some Rad-X. Some Rad-Away. Never hurts to have in the post-apocalyptic wasteland. Some surgical trays. Bump in here. is actually a Nuka-Cola, and now we are overweight again. So let's just go in and find if we can have... Oh, we have a thing of whiskey. Now, you can get addicted to booze and everything in this game, but whiskey and beer and all that sort of stuff will increase your carry weight by increasing your strength. So it's not too bad. And here we go. The Energy Weapons Bottlehead. 25 crit damage with energy weapons. It's just inside this kitchen here. Looks like a storage area for all their food and everything. With an explosives box.
Yes.
As you guys are well aware, I tried to use explosives as little as possible because I'm terrible at throwing them. Mines are not so bad. I just have problems getting things to path into the mines. And now we have some synths coming after us. That's another synth down. I don't know if it was Nick. No, it was a synth Strider shooting at us. I was wondering if Nick had picked up some fusion cells to help himself out. Oh, he's still hitting us. Where'd you go? Go get him, Nick. This is synth on synth violence. So if we remember, Nick called these Gen 1 synths, all metal and evil and stuff. So they're less human-like than other synths. Don't have to feel as bad about shooting them, but they still have the potential to be full-growing human beings.
In over your head in ways you can't possibly comprehend.
Stay away, huh?
Well, on the bright side, Fort Hagen is definitely not boring. There's synths coming out of the walls. They mostly come out at night. Mostly. Almost feels like a better Aliens game than Aliens Colonial Marines, though that would not be hard to do. I was so stoked for that game. So stoked. I even bought the collector's edition. Oh my god, was I disappointed. So bad.
It's not too late. Stop. Turn around and leave. You have that option. Not a lot of people can say that.
We don't have an option, Kellogg. We really, really don't. Ooh, and that is a master lock terminal.
Someone's coming.
So we definitely can't hack that terminal. And even our trusty buddy Nick can't hack that terminal, so we gotta be careful. Just keep working our way through. Hey, a novice lock, something we can actually hack. And I didn't even have to move the pick. But purified water and stim packs are never bad to have. Especially with what we're going through. This is a novice terminal.
Got it.
Oh, so it's a turret control. If there's any other turrets out there, we can just deactivate them. Not that it really helps us right now, but okay. Looks like Kellogg's got himself a nice little place to hide out in. With some flares. So when we start setting up our Minutemen outposts, those flares will come in handy for summoning reinforcements if we ever get into the thick of things. Thankfully, they are truly counted as ammunition and not something miscellaneous, so they weigh nothing on this particular mode.
Well, ain't that a blast from the past?
I almost thought you were a mannequin there for a second, Nick. And our whiskey is worn off, but that's going to be okay because we're going to be medding ourselves up a little bit before we go into the next section. We just picked up some Addictol just in case.
Sweet.
Alright, some more fusion cells. That never hurts.
Okay. You made it. I'm just up ahead.
Alright, so now he wants the confrontation. No, we're moving a little bit slowly right now, but I don't want to initiate anything until we get right up close. Alright, so we're going to be talking to Kellogg here. Let's go in and make sure we are fully ready for this, because I have a feeling this is going to end badly. So this is going to give us 3 strength, 3 endurance. That is buffed hats. You can make them at a chemistry station. Take some med-X to reduce all incoming damage. We're going to take some Psycho to increase our own damage. And that should be it for here.
In the Commonwealth. Funny. I thought I had that honor.
Where is our boy?
Where is my son? Where is Sean?
Pal, I'm just a puppet like you. My stage is a little bigger, that's all. Sean's a good kid. A bit older than you expected, am I right? But he's doing great. Only, he's not here. He's with the people pulling the strings.
Where is he?
God damn it, you mercenary motherfucker. Where is my son?
What's the cliche? So close, but yet so far away? That's Sean. But don't worry. You'll die knowing he's safe and happy. A bit older than you expected, but ah well. At least he's in a loving home. The Institute.
So it was the Institute that took him. How do I get there?
So where is it? Huh? This institute. How do I get there?
Haven't you been paying attention? You don't find the Institute. The Institute finds you. You open the closet, it's just a closet. You can never find the monster that hides inside. Not until it jumps out at you. But I think we've been talking long enough. We both know how this has to end. So, you ready?
Are you?
Oh, I'm ready. Question is...
Alright, so we've got a couple of synths and Kellogg himself to deal with. Ooh, this is gonna hurt. It is a good thing that we use those meds to get us, or chems I should say, to get us all set up for this. Blow out this synth's leg, hopefully kill it off in the process. Now, he's using a stealth boy. Where did he end up? Ooh, that really hurt. We're just gonna kite around this side here. Heal ourselves up a bit. Alright, so if you look carefully, especially since Nick is helping us out, you can always see someone with a stealth boy by the aura that they give off. Ooh, and that's another grenade. And Nick is just beating this guy down. See, this is the proper way for a synth to help someone out. Way to go, Nick! You just body slammed a guy that's invisible. So we got a terminal password, a brain augmenter, a special pistol. Critical hits refill your action meter, so that's good. Got a fragmentation grenade, stealth, lots of cybernetics, and we're going to take his clothes. Because you know what? You don't even deserve that dignity. Let's grab the ammo off of those synths. Don't necessarily need their weapons, but the ammo doesn't hurt. Now, Kellogg had a terminal password on him. I'm guessing that it belongs in here. There is a Robco Fun magazine there. So, view access logs. Okay, and now we can open the security doors. Alright, that should take care of that. Let's make sure we grab this Robco Fun. That includes the Pitfall holotape.
So, Kellogg wasn't giving us any bull. Your son really is on the inside. Even I don't know where the built me.
We need a way, man.
There has to be a way, Nick.
We're in the weeds here. Time to take a step back. Bring in some fresh eyes. Only person I know willing to snoop up the Institute's tail feathers is Piper, the reporter in Diamond City. I say we head her way. Talk this through.
Alright, let's get going. But, you know what? Why Piper?
How could Piper help us?
Trust me, that dame knows a lot more than she lets on. And she lets on a lot. I know her. She's done her homework. We need to talk this through with someone.
Alright, let's get going.
Diamond City it is.
Hey, chin up. I know the night just got darker, but it won't last forever.
Alright, so let's see quickly what we can drop. Most likely some of this junk that we don't need. So much stuff that's actually worth everything, but I don't want to pick up... Well, we can drop the steel. There is so much that you get steel from. We just need to get our carry weight under what it is right now, because we are going to be getting out of here as quickly as possible. Drop that metal bucket, and that takes us care of that. Just gotta be careful with the other stuff that we pick up before we leave here, because we don't want to drop Kellogg's outfit or his pistol. For those of you that are going with a gunslinger build, the pistol is one of the better weapons in the entire game for doing a pistol build. At least it's one of the better ones that you can get at this point in the game. So let's head up this elevator and see what we can see. Dum 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 dum. Not even any music. What kind of 2-bit operation is Kellogg running here? Alright, another terminal that we can use. I guess this allows us to open the door. I'm guessing that this is going to control all the turrets on the roof too. We don't want to get shot by any that we missed, so let's deactivate that. Now quickly before we head outside, we did level up. So if I remember correctly, we took Lady Killer at our last level up. And we can now start taking some of the better weapon and armor perks. It's a tough call between armor and gun nut, but I think we're going to go with gun nut, because we did just get a combat rifle, and that's going to become one of our baseline weapons. Whoa!
People of the Commonwealth, do not interfere. Our intentions are peaceful. We are the Brotherhood of Steel.
Well, that's one way to make an entrance.
Deep into that darkness, long I stood there, wondering, fearing.
Poetic and prophetic, Nick. It's the little things like the attention to detail and the quality that comes up. Old school poetry that many people might have just passed off, not paid attention to. I'm just going to set us up so that we can fast travel out of here. We do not want to drop Kellogg's pistol. Saying a lot of us today. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really tired. Alright, so we do have a quest now to investigate the Brotherhood of Steel ship. So we can drop the sunglasses because we have patrolman sunglasses. Don't really need the sea captain's hat either. Alright, so before we go anywhere else, we are going to take a little trip back home, and then we are going to go talk to Piper, who is living in Diamond City. Oh, I cannot travel from this location apparently, so let's get onto the ground, from which we can fast travel from. That was a hell of an entrance for the Brotherhood of Steel. in our particular playthrough here, that was one of our options, but I think we're going to go with the Minutemen. Trying to be the good people out there, and some have even asked why I choose to do the good guy playthroughs, or at least one of the good guy playthroughs. And it's mostly for the escapism aspect of everything that comes with gaming. There is no need in this world more common than the need to be exceptional. I'm just going to take all from Nick, because he wasn't even using the guns that we gave him and everything anyway. Oops, that is the wrong button. I always do that. But it's part of the idea that everybody wants to be exceptional. And nobody wants to be just an average guy. And we are under attack by super mutants. They're dare attacking Outpost Sanctuary. You're attacking the 232, you super mutants gotta die. It's nice to have the turrets and the extra guns on our side for a change. Whew. They are throwing Molotovs and stuff at us. You chose the wrong group of individuals to attack, though. We have Nick Valentine and we have Dogmeat, Preston Garvey. We've got all of the Long family. And Sturgis, of course. What's up? Did you not just see what happened there, Sturgis? We just engaged and defeated a super mutant raid on our very first outpost. But gallantly, the 232 stood strong and we defeated them.
Hey there. Raiding?
Yeah, sure, let's see what you have. Maybe we can pick up some 45 ammunition for our new combat rifle. Just like that, we have a bunch of 45 caliber rounds. I'm just going to get rid of the boards because we don't really need them. Well, I'm thinking about it. Kellogg's pistol uses 44 ammunition, so we must hang on to those because I think we're going to retire our well-used, well-worn 10mm pistol. Sorry, my brain just didn't catch up to my mouth. Alright, so we'll just take that ammunition and we should be good, unless there's anything else in here that you have that's really, really good for us. Doesn't look like it. Now, green shirt and combat boots, +1 charisma, +1 endurance. And our vault suit is just 10 energy resistance and 10 rad resistance. You don't get any energy or rad resistance on this, but it's 1 endurance and 1 charisma. You know what? I think we're actually going to do that. We're going to take that combat boot and green shirt setup. I guess we can break down that board. Grab some mole rat meat off of him. I mean, even Codsworth got in on the fight, and we have enough turrets around that it's not really going to do much. So slow when you're overloaded. Don't do what I do, guys. There are far better ways to do everything. Which is the case for most of the games I play. But anyway, guys, as we have taken out Fort Hagen and brought the conclusion to Kellogg's life, found out that Sean is in the Institute and need to go find Piper because she apparently has insight into this, that's probably a good place to call it a day. So if you did like the video, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232 and help us valiantly defend Fort Sanctuary in this case, or Outpost Sanctuary, just hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn your notifications on so you never miss when a new video goes up. And until next time, guys, remember, life is a game, so play to win, and take care.